Carlos Nelson with What's Up Kansas City, and today we've got a new author on, Mr. Page, and I'm not even going to talk about the book. I'm going to let him tell you about who he is, what his new book is about. I'm very excited about this book, just from the promo.
I made it out. At least I thought I did. I'm caught between the cartel and the streets. Violence is the tool. It binds you to this business. That this game is a lifetime contract full of deception, destruction, and death. I survive in this game. I always staying 2 steps ahead of my adversary.
Mr. Page and his associate that put out on the book. Welcome to the show, Page.
Hey, what's going on there, Mr. Nelson? Thanks for having me, man. I'm happy to be here.
Tell our audience a little bit about who you are and about this new book. Give them the name of the new book.
Okay. The name of the new book is called The Emancipation of Limits. And I'll back up and kind of give the listening audience a understanding of who I am. So my name is Page Turner, or A. Page Turner, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, South Side, which is the best side. And, my mom put me through Catholic school, my whole life, grade school and into high school. So I went to college on a basketball scholarship, a junior college out of Chicago, Kennedy King Junior College. And I was pretty good. I was looking to be the next Michael Jordan, just like any other kid in that era in the 90s, right? So, on the way to a basketball game, I got held at gunpoint. And, they was getting ready to take my life. But fortunately, one of the neighborhood gang leaders knew who I was, and he stopped it. So from that, my uncle, who was definitely my mentor and a special person in my life, told me, hey, you need to get out of here and do something before, you end up getting killed on these streets. And it's always the good guy that gets killed, right? So I joined the military. So I joined the Navy in 1990. I did 8 years, and I found out the Army was looking for sailors to become a warrant officer, which is a technical expert in specific fields. So I was in the boat field. The Army had boats, so I put my packet in. I got selected. I did 20 more years, which gave me a total of 28 years to military service, and I actually made history. So I'm the first African-American to reach the rank of Chief Warrant Officer 5 in the Transportation Corps since its existence of 1942. So after I made that feat, I had nothing else to give. I had nothing else to prove. So I retired and took a job in Tampa, and COVID hit. I was bored to death. And I said, hey, I'm going to write a book. But I wanted to write a book that was near and dear to our community, right, to the African Americans. So I did a little research on Black Wall Street and what they had established and how well that community was flourishing. They had their own everything, right? So we're the people of making something out of nothing. And they did just that. They was given land and they cultivated it and they started their businesses and, they were doing great. So, what happened with that story is a white woman said that she was raped by a black man. And they gave them the excuse to tear down what we built because the whites in that time was very jealous of what Black Wall Street had created. So they burned it down, terrorist attack on our people. They burned it down. So after researching that and understanding that it was consensual, of course, and a couple years after that terrorist attack, they actually got married. So that's something that they wouldn't actually put out there, right? So I said, hey, I want to commemorate this. So I came up with a concept about commemorating Black Wall Street. So I came up with a character named Richie that wanted to recreate Black Wall Street, and he did it under different means. He did it through the use of using funds from the drug trade. to recreate. So this book is a 3-book series being written in chronological reverse order. So this book, The Emancipation of Limits, he's made it. He's done exactly what he wanted to do. He kept the Black dollar in the community, not just 6 hours, but 10 days like other communities. And he built hospitals, he built schools, he built strip malls, he built casinos, and he gave businesses to Black youth to recreate Black esteem within our community, to lower crime, to lower poverty, just to uplift Black people. So he made a deal with his connect saying, hey, once I have my community to the point where they can flourish without my assistance, he would get out the game. Well, he don't want to let him out the game because his movement spread across the Midwest, Chicago, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan. They all got on this program.
That sounds like the Blackstone Rangers and some of them guys out of Chi-Town that were mirroring the Black Panther effort in their own cities, that from the streets, they were taking the resources to start different programs that weren't available in our neighborhoods.
100%, so, right?
With that being said, what would you say the most important message that you're delivering from that book?
Definitely Black power, Black movement, Black unity. And the underlining message is, hey, once we put our minds together as Black people, there's nothing that we can't accomplish. That is the underlining message of the book. And that's why the title, The Emancipation of Limits. Free ourselves from that ceiling that society has put above us so we can't reach the stars. So that's exactly what the book title is for and it's about.
Do you have any plans to turn the book into a movie?
100%, right? So the book is just the foundation. I would, from book sales, of course, and my own personal finances, we will start basically filming a short. So we'll do a 10 to 12 minute short, and then we'll seek funding from these big production companies. So we're looking in the spring to go ahead and move forward with that. Book sales have been going really well. 28-year military career, I have been doing really well for myself. So this is my passion, and I'm putting 135% into
it. Before we close out, is there anything that you would like to relay to our audience?
Definitely grab the book. It is an excellent book to read. It has Black strong women leads. I think if you go out and get this book and read it, I promise you, I'll be your new best author, guaranteed 100%. And you can purchase the book at www.apajturner.com. I got paperback, ebook, hardcovers, and I even got T-shirts and different apparel. So come check me out, read about me, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed.
All right, people, as we always say, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Good night.
The program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.